Hosts Dennis Mays, Tyler Stewart, and Josh Gibbs. Don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. You can also visit us at www.kyxfiles.com. And now, on to our show.
Whatever. And I was telling her, I was like, well, there's a big difference in the two cultures, though. I was like, here in America, we have 90% bullshit of what we say our culture is, and we got 10% of what it actually is coming out. Economics is our culture. That's our culture. You could say it's religion, you could say it's freedom, you could say whatever you want to tell yourself at night. But at the end of the line, it's economics. Even the churches need to make money. Okay, so you get a country based on. I mean, look at how the country started. We didn't want to be taxed. We were immediately concerned with our money, right? We were immediately. We weren't having it. We're like, no. We're in a new country. We want to be rich. We want to have our money. We built the whole thing off of that.
Right.
So you look at the stuff that you're seeing on the internet, right? And you see controversy come up. Stop for a second and ask yourself, how much is somebody making off of this?
Right.
You're probably looking at us funny right now, too. We have ads that run in this show. We do. There's ads that run, and I'll tell you what it pays for. It pays for this we're talking on right now. It pays for our website, and it pays for, we have an ad campaign on Facebook that advertises our show out so we can hopefully find more listeners. That's it.
So that maybe that'll pay for more than just those three things.
That's it. Yeah. That's all we're making. Not one of us has managed to like take, to drop our jobs or or buy a limo. We're like, we don't have what do you call it? What little profit we make in a month off this show literally gets put right back into it because it's more fun to just do the show.
Yeah.
But not all of us are like this. If you said to me tomorrow, guys, your show is going to be worth $100,000 an episode, suddenly you would see the Kentucky X-Files change big time. One, we would be worth a lot more, so we'd have better ads. Okay. Two, everybody and their brother would be hitting us at all different angles, trying to basically cause controversy for us.
Yeah.
So that they can make clicks off of us. Meanwhile, we'd be doing everything we could to get more clicks.
There would be review channels literally reviewing our show.
Yeah.
And then there's going to be somebody that comes out of the woodworks wanting us to invest in the dry cleaners or something. I don't know.
Yeah. There'd be business propositions. Yeah. There would be ads.
Yeah.
Like, can we put an ad on your guys' show? And then they'd flip a big number at us and we'd be like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Why not? Get on here. And the next thing you know, our episodes would be about 5 minutes long, and the rest of it would just be all advertisement. We'd be in full jumpsuits of our sponsors. We'd look like NASCARs.
Yeah, I don't.
Economics.
Are you trying to Wayne's World us right now?
Yeah. Fresca.
But I'm using us as an example. I understand that we are a very poor example, but the whole thing's based on economics. So
yeah,
I mean, if it wasn't, why does cancer treatments cost so much? Why does treatments for people who are have like brain diseases so expensive?
Yeah.
If it's a culture, it should be part of your culture just to take care of folks. But we can't do that because we're an economic based country. And when you get shit like this, some dude probably knew for a fact that wasn't real. And he put it up anyway because it's going to get a lot of clicks.
Well, and the AI artist did it on purpose to stir the controversy.
Yeah.
And, the satanic panic stuff, let's reinvent that wheel because that worked so well in the 80s.
That's all you ever heard about back then. was
Yeah.
satanic cults and all
Right.
this. And I wonder if this like Satanists, I wonder if they're suffering, from the amount of atheism that's going around now, like the other side is. You know what I mean? I wonder if they're like, damn it, man, these guys don't believe in shit. We can't even get recruits anymore.
Right.
I don't know. Just saying, man. It's like, it's a depressing topic because it's like, this is literally where it's headed. This is what we bought and paid for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. I remember sitting and talking with my dad, and my dad had lung cancer. And then we couldn't help but kind of have an interesting conversation because he paid taxes on every single pack of cigarettes that he's bought. So he literally paid for that cancer in more ways than one. He paid actual money for it, and then it cost him half a lung. That's our culture. That's us. We buy shit. We sell shit. We want to have more shit, and we want to have more funds. Oh, we can't master the two of them together.
Yeah.
Well, since you said something about that, it kind of reminded me. I need to see if this is actually true, but apparently now, what's going to go down in the United States is the government is trying to roll this out next month. Something about like our currency, like we will not be able to get out like over $1,000 of real money. So now you can't sell or buy anything with actual cash. It actually has to be some type of digital currency.
So they can
So,
keep track of cash transactions or whatever.
yeah.
And this isn't even conspiracy. Like this
Yeah.
is you know what I mean? We're so worried about if Kanye West is in the Illuminati that the government has so much room to do whatever they want now. They're
Yeah.
like, oh, dude, they're worried about Beyonce, dude. Just do it. Just do it. They're not gonna notice it. There's AI art, dude. Just go ahead,
Yeah.
throw it out there.
Yeah, it's just that type of thing now. So now, like, think about like a lot of businesses that would deal in that type of cash, like all these like people that flip cars, flip houses. It's like, well, houses would be different because you spend a lot of money, but like, yeah,
Yep.
it would destroy a lot of side hustles. How people make a little extra money here and there.
You know what's weird is, man, to make something like that work, it would take a very specific set of circumstances. If you were really trying to eliminate cash transaction, one of the biggest things you're going to have to do is get rid of small businesses. A lot of small businesses still operate on cash.
Like, I
I'm
know
talking
that.
small mom and pop shops, by the way. I'm not talking like, whatever. I'm just saying like,
I know that like they've made it easier now to deal with like digital transactions now because like you got Square, you could literally pay
yeah,
for shit on your phone.
Cash App and all that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cash App. So I don't, but still, like there's
You almost,
a lot of them will still deal in cash.
yeah. But like cash transactions have went down like big time.
Hmm.
It wasn't even that noticeable at first. It's almost as if you need something drastic to happen over a course of a couple years in a country
Hmm.
to eliminate cash transaction. It's weird. I don't want to get into like conspiracies or nothing, but say, don't we know a country or two that just went through something big? Go out there and see how those mom and pop shops are doing now. We bought and paid for that. That's on us. We don't get out of that one. We let it happen.
And I feel like this ties into what we were saying earlier too. It's like we were talking about the media and all this like crap about the UFOs and shit. It's just
Yeah.
like it's like staring us in the face, like saying like, hey man, like the reason why they have two different types of fucking news stations, this station will shove like right wing conservative views down your throat, and this other one will do the same on the like liberal side.
Yeah.
It's like it creates like, because I know for a fact a lot of people will watch the opposing news network because it pisses them off.
Sure.
They want to know what their enemy, and when you put literally they're putting us against each other. When you're angry at one another, you don't see what else somebody else is doing. You don't pay attention.
Sure. It's like during hurricane season.
Yeah.
You ever notice that? Ratings go way up during hurricane season. If you if you are a station and you're tracking the hurricane, I mean, all you got to do is show some footage. Rating spike. You know, it's like you got to throw something out there that's going to cause concern or dissension. You know, and I hate to say it, but watching hurricane footage is entertaining because you're just like, God damn, man, look at that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's not entertaining for the people that live in it.
No.
It's just like all the people that rubberneck.
Yeah.
I was just going to say that. Yeah. Car accident rubberneckers.
Yeah.
It's like you might have like compassion, like, oh, I hope no one's like hurt or anything, but you're still slowing down.
Yeah.
Looking.
Right.
It's like, yeah, you might not feel malicious about it. Like, oh man, I want to see blood. I want to see an arm severed. It's like, no.
Yeah. No, nobody wants to see that.
But you still want to see it.
It's too real then.
Yeah. Once they probably say that, like, oh my God. Like,
yeah.
I'd look.
Yeah, I'm going to look, but probably going to regret it. I'm like, oh, God.
But I just feel like that's how we are. We are so sensitized that the simple things in life anymore are not as stimulating.
Yeah.
Dude, I could literally demonetize this episode by saying one word. Okay.
Right.
And it's not even like, I mean, I imagine everybody's got a million guesses to what that word could be. It's none of those. It's in the flu family.
Yeah. That's what I was.
That shouldn't be a thing, everybody.
Right. Yeah, we shouldn't be punished for discussing stuff because it's already happened.
If we got on here and reeled off some kind of like bullshit racist comments, then yeah, I would totally say, yeah, you know what? That's worth a demonetizing.
Well, we probably wouldn't even get demonetized for that.
Probably just get canceled completely.
Right.
Which, I mean, to me, that's like, that's in the right.
Yeah.
What do you call it? That's in the right. That's like, yeah. If somebody gets on there and says shit like that, yeah, dude, get them off there. We don't need to hear that shit. But I can't talk about the last couple of years in my own country without our show literally taking the beating for it.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. You know, I could sit here and tell you 8 or 9 fucking things of just horrendous things that happened in the last couple of years to my own family. You know, to my wife, to her family. She lost her father. You know what I mean? She wasn't allowed to be with him. His wife wasn't allowed to be with him. You know, we should be allowed to talk about this, but I have to sit here and I can't say the name of it, or it's an instant strike. And right there is proof enough that somebody is controlling the narrative.
Yeah,
You know?
I understand where you're coming from on the whole, like if we were spouting out like racism or any of that sort, but what I keep thinking is that if they're not like, if somebody, I'm not condoning any kind of like that talk, but if you censor like all this stuff that makes us like feel bad, like, oh man, that's fucked up, like don't, like we should like they shouldn't be doing that on that show or this that, then down the road if something else hurts hurts somebody's feelings, should we stop talking about that? Or if it's a sensitive topic, what I'm saying is like, if somebody's talking, like having their opinion, even if it's way out of line, like racism in itself, like, just who gives a shit? Stop letting people control. Like, if you're going to control this one, there's going to be some way they're going to control this one, and then going to control this one. And then next, we can't even say anything online, in person. We're literally just going to be walking down the road and not
Yep.
saying a word to each other.
Someone
And
should make a campfire where everybody can talk.
yeah. It's like, don't get me wrong. If somebody's sitting, like, if we're in a group and somebody starts saying racist stuff, that's like, yeah, like, dude, like, yeah, you have your own opinions. By all means, have them, but leave it out of that, or
Yep.
you exit from that conversation. You leave them alone, because that's a person that you don't want to be around. And that goes for any type of conversation that's upsetting you. If somebody's homophobic, it's like, leave that person. What you're saying to them is not going to change their views on it, because of how much hatred that they have for the for the said topic. But if we
I still
censor
to this
all
day,
that,
I still to this day just find it to be a huge waste of time.
yeah,
Just a waste
it
of time.
is.
It's like I put energy into things I love. You know what I mean?
But it seems
That's
like
what
that's
I do.
what
I put energy into things that I care about. You know,
it just seems like everybody chooses to say the wrong things because we are just starved of like some type of attention or something.
Controversy. We love
controversy. We love it. We are the most self-destructive species ever, because we love just to torture each other with our bullshit.
Yeah.
I 100% disagree with censorship and cancel culture.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, I mean, I there are some fine lines, like when it involves kids. Like, kids shouldn't be subjected to stuff. They shouldn't see things that or hear things. But if somebody's fucking racist, don't silence their voice. Let them be racist, because all that does is say, that's the guy I don't want to be friends with. That's the guy I don't want to listen to.
Here's an example of what not to be like.
Yeah, right. So now you don't know who's being shady.
Right. Right.
At
See,
least
that's the problem.
they're out and about.
Real fucking racism does not exist in the daylight. It exists in the shadows.
Yeah.
That's the absolute truth. People will say some racist shit out loud, but most of the times those people are either making a joke or playing fun on a stereotype. Real racism is in the fucking shadows. It's not seeing daylight. Real phobia is not, it's in the daylight, but it's not as bad, like racism is. They hide it. But don't fucking censor them. Yesterday at work, there was a whole group of people up there protesting LGBTQ, so on and so forth. I apologize. I don't know all the letters anymore, and I'm not even going to attempt to follow it because I'm 40 and don't care.
My daughter's a member. I can ask her, to update me on if there's been any new letters added.
Yeah, that's like beyond the point. Like, it is what it is,
Yeah.
But there's people literally standing on the sidewalk protesting it,
Right.
And I'm just like, this is what you have to do with your time. And not only that, they were only there for like an hour, and I'm like, well, I was going to lunch. So get this, me and a Mexican friend of mine, right? Like, born in Mexico here, not Chicano, born here, and Mexican descent. No, he was born in Mexico and came here.
Yeah.
Him and I were going to lunch, right? And they were out there, and he's like, what the hell are they doing? And I'm like, I just don't even know, man. I don't know what their point is. Like, why are they in front of the Kenwood Mall doing this? We come back from lunch, right? 30 minutes later, we come back there, and he goes, they're gone. And I'm like, I know. He goes, well, they're not going to change anything.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I don't give credit for half days.
Right. He's like, they were only out like an hour. He says, man, if you're going to be, how do you put it? He said, if you're going to be, what was the word he used? It's totally escaping me. I want to make it right. God damn it. We're going to edit this part out because I can't remember what the hell it is.
It'll come to you.
Yeah. If you're going to be, prejudiced, that's the word.
Yeah.
He goes, if you're going to be prejudiced all day, man.
Yeah.
He makes a
There's
good point.
Put the work in.
There's
Yeah.
there's no like clock in, clock out for that kind of shit.
Right. Like, where the hell they go? Have part-time?
I think, though, in all honesty, I mean, I realize that we all feel pretty passionate about these subjects, but the overarching point is the controversial, thing. I think we should do an experiment. I think we should name this episode something dramatic. Like, you'll never believe what's happening to our show, or our show's in big trouble, or something, and watch what happens. And Tyler's muted.
Yeah.
I think we're calling it quits.
Yeah, we're calling it quits.
Yeah.
And it's going to drum up drama. I mean, literally. It's literally, it's not true. Like, we're not in trouble that I know of. We might be.
We are just as guilty of this shit too. Here's what so I have been sitting here for roughly 20 minutes, 25 minutes, trying to find a point to interject because I had the cliffhanger to hang the end of Monday's episode on to draw Thursday in. All right. So, no bullshit, right? Yeah. So I was watching the clock. I'm like, 40 minutes. I got to get in here. And then this happened. And then this happened. I'm like, fuck, I can't interject. And you talked about your dad. I'm like, God damn it. I can't interrupt him now. And then Tyler started talking about racism and censorship. I'm like, fuck me, because I'm like, all right, at 45 minutes, I go, oh yeah. So we have this big thing that happened where these TikToks that were being sent to us about the aliens in Las Vegas are disappearing. Boom. Hang it up, and then on Thursday bring it back because then they're like, what's going on?
Yeah,
we are just as guilty about creating controversy.
That is true.
You know what I mean? Because that's in a small sense of the thing, it is controversial to do it that way.
Yeah. Well, it's true. It is true. But I today when we were talking about this, I said, like, man, I almost think it's because of the new format, the new way we've been recording. We've created cliffhangers at the end of each episode. And I'd love to sit there and tell you guys out there that this was just like the master genius plan that we came up with. But we were like 4 weeks into this when I realized it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that's what's going on. But there you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if we weren't really attempting to do it at the time, it happened. And we've noticed good results. So,
yeah.
That's the other thing too. Is like some people might not want to reveal this kind of stuff to their audience, but I couldn't care less. I'm like, dude, these folks tune in and they listen to us every week. They deserve to know everything.
Yeah, they're not listening because they're not listening because we're tricking them into listening to us. The ones that are listening because they want to.
Exactly. I'm like,
and probably because they're like-minded people.
Yeah.
And that's I think that we are the majority of. The silent majority, as you say, the people that are just tired of all the shit and don't see the narrative on both sides being true. We're just in any format. It's like, let's just be real about shit. That's what we want to do.
Got to find that 50 yard line, man, where we can meet up and be
gray,
like,
fucking gray is, I say this all the time. Fucking gray is a color.
Yeah.
Everything doesn't have to be black and white.
Yes. Yeah.
There's
going to be somebody out there right now that's going to be like, I fucking hate gray.
Right.
There's always somebody.
Just make a YouTube video about it, man. You'll get clicks.
Yeah. And those of you out there, don't censor him for not liking black or white or loving black and white and hating gray. That's let him speak. Filters out the idiots for you. It's like an automatic idiot filter.
Yeah.
But you know what? To go back a little bit to what you just said, this shit is wild.
Mm-hmm.
That is pretty creepy.
Yeah.
I mean,
can you see it, Tyler?
Yeah. Well, the context of this, Josh just explained is that this was the TikTok video of the family's video, wasn't it?
No, this was a fella talking about other people seeing the creatures as well. They said they were walking, I guess they were out in the desert at night doing something, and they saw these same creatures that the family said they saw walking.
Right.
And he gave a complete description of them. And there's like, it was actually links to another show where that show was talking about it. And, you know, it got deleted.
That's interesting because I'm sorry, I saw him doing something and I wanted to know what it was.
Yeah.
It's interesting because is this another example? Is this, you know,
Yeah.
we're like, oh, we can't have that out there.
Yeah.
Gandhi, you know, let's get rid of him. There was one. Here it is. Let me show you guys this. I think you, Josh, I think you sent this and I saved it. Let me. Yeah, this guy dissects the video. You guys want to check this out?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Screen recording I took, and I know everybody is trying to find the aliens in front of these guys, but I noticed something insane, and I want everybody, my two friends who will watch this, to take a look down.
Hey,
pay attention to two areas.
Add three more, buddy.
Here,
yeah,
on the bottom right behind their fence, and right up there. But we're gonna first start down here because I found something crazy. Okay, so I want you to pay attention to what I believe is the creepiest part of this video, and I'm gonna point out things you need to pay attention to right here, which is the head. And if you look really close, there's actually a shiny black eye, and what you will see in about a minute is a hand. That I believe is some creature, non-human, crouching down, and that was its eye I just pointed at. And I want you to pay attention to what appear to be fingers.
What the fuck?
As if it's kneeling down or something and peering out. And then there you go, see the fingers. And I think I go back and forth a couple times here, but it looks to me like,
dude, what?
There's a little other or a big creature looking through the fence on the bottom there, crouched down. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but you tell me. And then there's his fingers going right up.
I would love to take that original video and not have it zoomed in as much and just slow it way down and see if we can see that as well. Because, you know, zoomed in, everything looks like something else.
The fingers. This is my really poor attempt at drawing over the fingers, but you get it. So what's really interesting about this is it is happening next to them and kind of in front of them, but behind a fence.
That's kind of where I'm at with this.
Yeah, the fingers are really crazy. So I think I'm going to show it one more time, and then I zoom out, and I'll show you what even made me realize this was here. So
obviously something's there.
Okay, so see how many different times we're looking. So what I noticed was, if you look at the top right, look at the top right now, there's actually a shadow figure. It almost looks like it's a dense, shadowy figure comes into frame. If you're looking right, at the three fence posts, if you're looking at the top right of them, you're actually going to see something that looks like a shadow figure that has density, and it's only there for about a minute. And when it walks in the frame, I think I'm just going to highlight it right here. I was doing the best I could on my phone. I noticed there was movement below it, so I don't know if maybe whatever creature was projecting a shadow up above it or something. But see, there's the eye and the hands, but it also looks like there's another aspect to it, which is that shadow that you can clearly see walking. I know everybody's looking for the alien in front of them, but there's one hiding next to them. Okay, so this is a very slowed down screen recording I took, and I know everybody is...
Wow.
Pretty wild, huh?
That is pretty crazy. I mean, it does look like something is there, but...
The one thing I was about to say is, like, when I was, like, watching, it's like, okay, well, you can clearly see that they had a light behind the people.
Yeah.
That's why, like, you could see the right side where the fence was, that was, like, illuminated. But then when he was talking about that shadow above it, like, if it was one of them, like, because there was a guy, like, that was standing right next to it, and there was no shadow casted on the fence itself. It was only behind that. So that's weird. I thought that was weird because that would mean there had been another light source on that side for that shadow to be casted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's weird. I mean, you can definitely see something down, in the frame, and you can see it moving, but how would they have not known it was there?
Right.
Or were they too distracted by what was in front of them to notice
that's the
something
thing,
was right
is
there?
everything is being talked about for what's out front, but I don't see what's out front.
Yeah.
You know, I
Yeah,
sent
I
the other one
did.
too, didn't I? I sent both of them. That guy's slowed down version and then the original.
Shit. Might have.
I'm pretty sure the one right above it is the original. Or the one right below it.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's
Yeah.
the one below it in the chat. Is the original.
Okay. Is it this big link here? No.
Yeah. Yeah. The big link is it.
Okay. Let me pull this one back up. Let's do a compare and contrast. All right. So let's see if we notice it. Presenting. Yeah. Okay, so here we go. You guys see that, right? Yeah.
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 All right. So
The only thing I can see in the backyard is a tall creature, probably around 10 feet tall, very thin. So I called my dad. He went to the backyard and he saw the same thing, the same creature I saw. He told me to go inside the house. At this point, we all freaking out, me and my family. And here's the video where we were in the backyard area. You cannot see it too good, but on camera, but it's there. Here's the video.
¡Ay! Regresar. Carmugarela, me canceles bar eso. Cáelo, cherro, que chile. Cáelo, cherro.
So when I saw it, it was a tall, skinny, lanky.
huh.
It was a gray, greenish color. And when I looked at it in the eyes, my body just froze.
See, in that I didn't see anything at the fence.
No, I didn't either.
I mean, you would have to. I mean, the amount of work you would have to do to lighten it up to even see anything. I mean, if somebody's blatantly looking, for something.
I did see that shadow. Like
I saw the shadow. Yeah.
When that arrow popped up, you could see that shadow behind the fence. But since it was zoomed in at that part,
Right.
I didn't see too much of that shadow, or if it did anything to the actual fence itself. Because that's what I was like trying to say is like if that shadow, if it was one of them, there had to been another light source kind of in that general area to make that
Yeah.
shadow.
Well, the shadow is being projected onto the tree, right?
Yeah.
The interesting part is that the light would be behind, projecting forward. You see a shadow up above on the tree, but not on the fence.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That is weird. That's unusual, because if the light's coming from behind and creating that shadow, then you should see it on the fence. It shouldn't it shouldn't be a shadow behind the fence. That doesn't make any sense. So
Because you could see their shadows from the camera angle, like when she kind of run back and then she came back, and there was shadows to the left. So there was light. The light source had to been to the right of them.
Yeah.
But
Do you
the
have,
shadow for that one was to the the light source was to the left.
Do you have the means to slow that video down?
I think you would have to pull the video.
I would
I mean,
have
like,
to pull it.
There's no way to like actually physically grab the slider at the bottom.
And no, there's no control whatsoever.
Okay.
It's interesting. I don't know. I mean, maybe we could try to grab this video and do our own analysis of it, because it's really interesting,
Okay.
man. This is a
So I can't do it on mine because I don't have TikTok, And on TikTok, if you don't have TikTok, you get like a shitload of just nonsense words and all the crap, and you get about this much video.
Yeah.
So if somebody has TikTok and they want to, and an iPhone, and they want to screen record that, and then we can slow it down.
Yeah, I'd like to do that. I'm gonna see if I can track down the parent video, and if I can pull it.
And
maybe we can.
I'm trying to figure out exactly what the woman says. Something she's saying. If I'm hearing the words right, it's something friend, or something pal, or
Yeah,
I don't know. Can we play it one more time?
Sure. Yeah, let me pull it back up. One second. There it is. See it?
Yeah.
Well, here's a thing here for speed. I can
go.
take it down to that. Let's try it.
The only thing I can see in the backyard is a tall creature, probably around 8-10 feet tall, very thin.
When you slow it down, he seems a lot calmer.
Dad, he went to the backyard and he saw the same thing, the same creature I saw. He told me to go inside the house. At this point, we all freaking out, me and my family. And here's the video. We're in the backyard area. You cannot see it too good, but on camera, but it's there. Here's the video.
¡Ay! Profesor. Calmundarela me canceles var eso. Kylo, cherro que chilica. Kylo, cherro.
See, this is the part I don't see it.
Yeah.
It was a tall, skinny, lengthy creature.
Yeah, I don't see anything.
I don't see it. I know it's like somewhere. I can't even drag this. Oh, there we go. Yeah, as soon as I try to change the position of it, it just starts to pinwheel. Yeah. It's almost like you have to play it from the beginning or not. Or even that, it's just pinwheeling.
No.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's just weird. Maybe that's what we should do over the next couple of weeks is try to get the parent video and come back and dissect this thing frame by frame.
And I'll have I have somebody that's completely fluent in Spanish listen to it and dissect what the woman is saying and if they can hear anything else from anybody else.
Okay. That sounds good.
Yeah, I'm not fluent enough to catch all that slang.
Yeah, I hear that. I'm definitely not. Like there's no way. I'm even watching it. I'm like, all I know is for certain is like the lady sounds concerned. Like she sounds concerned.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that'd be something to look forward to on the next couple of episodes after this one. I think if we can possibly track this down, if we can track the kid down, I'll be honest with you, I would really like to track this kid down and just ask him if that's even possible.
Yeah,
probably not, but it would be great. I don't know how we have to do that. Maybe Ty can find him.
Well, that TikTok was a YouTube video, I believe.
Okay.
So maybe we could find the original and message him from the KYX account.
I would just like to know, like, hey, can you talk us through this one time? Just, Yeah. Yeah. Cause so far this up until now, until further information comes out, this is one of the most compelling ones of an actual encounter because you've got multiple things going on. You got a family encounter, you have the police involved, and you have another anomaly that comes through the sky in the same night. So I'm really interested in this whole case, and I'd like to know more.
It'd be cool to get the interview with the cops.
That would be cool.
The one that saw the light fall out of the sky and the one that went to the house the first time. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, if they're allowed to talk about it too.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I don't know, guys. I think we should wrap this thing up. What do you think?
Agreed.
And plus, I don't think they're like if it's an active investigation because they didn't solve it.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know that it's going to be an investigation. It's probably just a call. You know.
Yeah.
It's one and done. It's not like it's a mystery. There wasn't a crime.
Space perps.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. All right, guys. Let's let them get out of here. Forgot to say this earlier, but happy Father's Day. You probably already had it by now, but to all the dads out there, keep daddy in it.
Yep. You're only like 4 days late now.
Yeah, we're better late than ever though.
Right.
Y'all take care of each other out there.
Mwah.
See you guys.
I am interested though. I'm interested
Yeah.
in going further with this.
Yeah.
I realize that the subject's gonna get driven into the ground, but one of the most compelling ones, and gotta dig into it.
Got to be the hammer then, right?
Yeah. Gotta.
Yep.